evening, my people. Good evening. Welcome to Lady D Wellness live video and happy new month. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, my darlings. Welcome on board tonight's live video. Good evening. Happy new month, my beautiful, beautiful people. I hope you all are doing amazing. Welcome, 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 welcome. So tonight's live video isn't really a planned one, but I thought it's necessary. I haven't been here for a couple of days now, so I thought it's necessary because I normally am supposed to come and actually say happy new month to you. You deserve welcome to the new month at least. So I thought, even though you guys already know it's been a busy couple of weeks, it's very important for me to come and do this video. I'm gonna be very, very ratchet now and drink this thing from a bottle. Ooh. So tonight's live video might not be really, really long. I just came here to give like a little bit of precaution to us spiritual community, to our family here, which is the Rich Gang family. So I'm just chilling. Let's wait for more people to come in. Welcome, 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 welcome on board. Welcome on board, everybody. I just decided literally like 5 minutes ago to come and do this live video. I wasn't going to come on live, but I just thought, you know what? I'm preparing to... I marinated my chicken. I was supposed to employ my cook to do some food. I didn't. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Upper Michelle, good evening. I didn't do it on time, so I don't really have much at home. I was like marinating chicken. So it's there now, marinated, ready to go. So I thought before all the juice gets in, let me come and do a quick live video before I get back in there. And it's been very busy. It's been a busy couple of weeks. You guys know that at Lady D Wellness, we just basically finished our promo, which is the last one for 2022. And we have managed, by the grace of God, to send out every single parcel on the promo. So we are so grateful to God. Anytime parcel goes out like this, our mind just comes out. It's a big breath of fresh air, because you guys don't want to know the work behind the scenes. The work is very, very much. So when I see people coming out here to say, can I get my product in 2 days? Can I get my pass? I'm like, girl, have a little patience. It's spiritual products you came here to purchase, okay? So we're grateful to God that we've been able to sort out all of that. Every single parcel. If you know that you ordered on the promo, Lady Wellness last promo of the year, all your parcels have now gone, okay? So I'm not owing you anymore. And those of you outside the continent, the motherland, outside Nigeria, we started sending you your tracking numbers yesterday, and we continued today as well. So if you have not gotten your tracking number, don't worry, we will definitely get to you. There is a lot of people. But for those of you who ordered from Nigeria specifically, or if your parcel is going to Nigeria, you do not get a tracking number, okay? You don't need a tracking number. All that would happen is when your parcels get to Nigeria and clears, our dispatch company will pick it up, then start to call you on the number that you provided, okay? So don't worry about tracking numbers if you're not based outside of Nigeria. If you're based outside Nigeria and your parcel is not going to Nigeria, you will get a tracking number if you have not already gotten. We've been sending out since yesterday to hundreds. We've already gotten to a particular stage, so we're grateful for that. And it was a very pleasant end of the year promo. Well done to every single one of you, and congratulations to all of you who participated. May your testimonies be massive. So I'm going to do a very quick introduction before we start the topic of the day, which is how to know that you're under some form of attack. And I decided to write it TTT because you guys know Instagram and its algorithm, so I don't want them to pick up on that name. So I decided to write it in that way so that you know we can do our live without any disruptions. So, but before we start that topic, it's going to be I'm going to just briefly go into it. I'm just going to do an intro. My name is Lady D. If you're just joining in for the very first time, let me be waving at all of you. Let me be waving at my darlings. Thank you for joining. And this is Lady D, or Coach D, or D, depending on what you prefer to call me. I'm not fussy. And this is Lady D Wellness. This platform, this community is called Lady D Wellness. And you who is watching us today, you are our Rich Gang lady or gentleman. We call our Rich Gang our people, our community members, the Rich Gang family. Okay, so what do we do at Lady D Wellness? Everything about spirituality, how to understand the essence of spirituality, okay, the core of spirituality, how to grow other than what you already know with regards to maybe you believe in a religion, you have Christianity, that's what you follow, you have Islam, that's what you follow, you have the other religions, maybe you don't even have any religion. Here it's not all about religion, okay? We do spirituality, core spirituality, how to understand that before anything at all comes into play, before you see anything manifesting in the physical, it has already done its job in the spiritual. Okay, and I took it upon myself just a couple of years ago to come here after I had the push. I literally had the push to come here and educate, especially our community. Okay, I mean, we have other communities here who come in to join us, the Asian community. I have a couple of Asian people who love what we do, but most importantly, my African community, we are still very, very in denial, and we are supposed to be the ones who know more. Funny enough, the way that this thing is ironic, right? It's very ironic because when we're talking about African spirituality, we are the ones who we are the custodians. Okay, we are the custodians. Everything I do here most of the times is, some form of African spirituality is in it, but we don't really do African spirituality here. It's just spirituality on a whole. But we, as a people of Africa, we are the custodians of African spirituality. So it's kind of ironic that we have suddenly forgotten everything that has to do with that, and we have only just stayed on the surface. We are floating. We are calling ourselves Christians. We are calling ourselves Muslims. We are calling ourselves all of these beautiful names, but we forget the core and the essence of our being. We forget that before anything at all, before we came into the world to understand that there is a religion, we are spiritual. And that's the number one thing that we should take very seriously. Our ancestors used to do them, but suddenly we became very, very English. We became very, very woke. Let me not say English because, I don't want to be misinterpreted. We became very, very, and we forgot everything about, and sometimes when we are when people like us who had to be pulled back to our roots, to where we're supposed to be, when people like us are trying to educate us on the essence of spirituality, some people, for some reason, are strong-headed. They want to tell me about their religion. Today, I'm here to let you know that it is time for you to take matters into your own hands. It is time to begin to not look at things on the surface. Spirituality and understanding the core of spirituality is very important. Knowing what to do at a particular time, other than just singing and dancing and jumping, is very important. Knowing the things to use for certain things is very important. Understanding that the plants that God created, the elements that God created are here for our use is very important. You don't just have flowers, beautiful flowers. Some of you even have farms at your gardens. Some of you grow beautiful plants, but you don't know the spiritual meaning of those plants. All you know is just go and pluck ugu in the morning to use to cook your meal. All you know is you go and pluck mint to use to maybe make it scent, scent leaf. You don't know that scent leaf that you are using to eat, if you put your intention into it, it can help you on a spiritual level. That rice that you some of you like me, rice is like a core of our food, the number one, a staple in Africa. Every single time, there isn't a week that goes by that some of us don't eat rice. But all you do is just eat it and grow robust, without understanding that there is a spiritual essence why that rice exists in the first instance. I'm here to tell you to stop staying in denial. It is time for our community, who is supposed to be the teachers in this whole essence. We are supposed to be the one teaching the Westerners, the Asian spirituality, because actually we should understand it more. But for some reason, they are the ones teaching us. All of my teachers are Oyibo. All of my teachers, some are Asians. So it is my job. So I was given this task for a reason. To come and educate us on the essence of spirituality. And I don't know what you've been used to, what you see out there, or the people that you watch. And I'm not here to bash anybody. But some of the things that, we do and consider as, we just sell products. No, you need to teach people. People need to understand. You need to go and research, learn from those who know, those who are gifted. Don't take your spiritual lives on the low. Before anything manifests in the physical, it has already taken place spiritually. And life is deep. Life is deeper than you're taking it. A lot of us are so nonchalant. So nonchalant, so I don't know. We're pursuing all of these beautiful things that we're pursuing every single day of our lives. But the main aspect, the main thing that should be a foundation to our essence, we abandon it. And when people like us come here and talk, some people feel like we're talking crap. Oh, what are they saying? They even call us names sometimes. Well, we don't have that in my community. This community is somehow very, very, but I see it elsewhere. Even my colleagues who sometimes are in the US and all that, some people attack them and say, what are they talking about? What is this? They're doing evil things. That's what some people think. You've forgotten where you started from. God doesn't create evil. You've forgotten where you started from. God that created plants for you to use. God that created the moon, the sun, the stars, all of this air, water. You think God is silly? Thank you, my darling sister. You think God is silly? God knows what he's doing. I need water. Somebody should. Ben! Bring me water, please. My mouth is dry. Ben! My son, for some reason, he will not hear again. It's probably... God's not silly. God knows what he's doing. It is our duty to expand and open our eyes to learn these things now. A lot of us did not learn it. It's not our fault. They just born us like this. Oh yeah, start going to church. Oh yeah, every Sunday. All you do is every Sunday. Well, it's now you can see clearly the things that are happening all around you. You can see clearly that we have to do more. We have to do more. We can only try our best. We're not claiming to be God, but we're going to use the tools that he has given us to expand our knowledge and to use it to our own advantage. That's what we're here for. We're not just here to just give you products, and you don't even understand the essence of what you're using. No, we're here to educate you. So tonight, I'm here to talk about specifically how to know that you're under attack, evil eyes. And the topic should have been how to know that you have evil eyes, but maybe you wouldn't understand. That's why I put it in a way that is a little bit more simplified. And before I start this topic tonight, to be honest with you, I have not been feeling myself. Actually, we're entering a phase where it's like a retrograde, okay? And you have to be really careful the things that you do, the places that you go. It's going to pass. It's always a phase. It will pass. That phase, you need to be careful. You need to be watchful. You need to be all of that. And this topic was inspired by all of the things that have been happening lately. And I'd just like to take 5 minutes as well to say, may the souls of all the faithful departed rest in peace. It is unfortunate. Horrible shock. I saw the one news in the midnight when I was doing my prayers on that day. And I don't even know how I got on, because I'm not normally online like in the midnight. I might be working, but I don't normally just go and check. But I just clicked. And the first thing that I saw, I was like, what is this? Actually saw pictures and I was like smiling, because, you know, when you see beautiful pictures of couples and their kids, and then the next thing I saw on that, I was like, no, I threw away my phone. I was like, what is this? No, this cannot be true. I wiped my eyes again. No, this cannot be true. What's happening? And it kind of hit the whole nation and even beyond Nigeria, because this person is a known figure, is a public figure, heavily loved by a lot of people. And the character that we see helps a lot of people. I mean, it might not be a lot of people's cup of tea, but the child, the person involved is a child, a baby. A lot of mothers are devastated when you know how hard it is. Some people, how difficult it is to even have one child. So I just want to take this moment to say, may the soul rest in peace, and all of the other things, because I've also been hearing so many things happening around as well. Some people, you know, it's been very overwhelming. You can agree with me. It's been very overwhelming. And a lot of us have not been ourselves. I know someone who has not stopped crying, not because we know these people personally, but because it just kind of, it was a shock, a huge shock. So 5 minutes, may their souls rest in peace. And I pray that the families involved gets the consolation that they need, because I don't know, I can't even imagine it. I pray that they get the consolation that we need. However, this is to let you know officially, if you do not know before, if you haven't heard before, the person that I called to bring water for me, he's nowhere to be found, and my throat is dry. This is to let you know that life is deep. Life is deep. I'm telling you, just in case before you don't know, they go your own way, they do your own thing. I'm telling you tonight, right now on this platform, I want it to sink in, for you to realize that life is what? Deep. And there is something called evil eyes. Yeah, I've been preaching it since. I say it on my stories. When I come here, I say it. There is something called evil eyes. And nobody has the right to put blames on anybody. No. This is not a moment of blame. In fact, if we could see the future, I mean, if they could see the future, that would never happen. But evil eye is real. Okay, let's just close it like that and focus on the topic of the. I don't want to go too into it so that people would not misinterpret what I have to say. I'm going to focus on the topic of tonight. So basically, before we start, right, what is evil eyes? Evil eyes is a gaze, a particular gaze that is not pleasant. As the name depicts, evil eyes. You know, when somebody is staring at you with the eye of jealousy, with the eye of envy, with the eye that is not pleasant. Whether the person is just maybe a few feet away from you, 5 centimeters away from you, maybe the person is in the room with you. You can sometimes feel it even though you're not even looking at the person. Has it happened to you before? You can sometimes feel, for instance, goosebumps around you. You're not looking at the person, or somebody is looking at you with intense anger from within, from their soul. Not anger, not playful anger. The anger is from the energy. You can feel it, and your body will just go a little cold. You will shiver. Sometimes you're walking on the road, and somebody is staring at you. And evil eyes as well might not necessarily that the person is within, around. It could be that the person is around you in that instance. It could also be that the person is watching you through a spiritual mirror. Yes. So you're walking on the road, there's absolutely nobody there. You look back, there's nobody there. You look this way, there's nobody there. And you're walking, the place is plain. You're watching your step. And boom, you hit your foot. You stumble, and it's very strange, right? And then you almost fall in. Some people sneeze. Some people yawn and all of that. It is a jealous eyes. It is a very dangerous eyes. It is not an eye that you should take for granted. Evil, I call it jealous eyes. It is my own name for depicting what evil eyes, a jealous eyes. You can feel the energy. The energy is not right when they're looking at you. They're everywhere. They're on social media. Yes. They're looking at your activities, the things that you're doing. Somebody says, yes, sister, I understand. So true. That's why I'm staying. Yes, they see what you're doing. They're not happy with you. They're staring at you with that intent. It's as if their eyes should break you into pieces. Okay? And I wrote a few points down as well. And when you're going through this thing, when you're having these evil eyes, you start to have misfortune. Some people have sickness. Some people have attacks. Someone says, honestly, they are under me. Yes. And I'm telling you, like I said, it's not only when they are around you. Like you might be in a gathering, and someone is just staring at you really bad. And you can't see the person because maybe you're even back. Sometimes in church, the way you sit down, you're sitting like this, and people are behind you, right? They're staring at you angrily. That's one instance of evil eyes. However, the one that is even worse is when you're not even seeing them. Nobody is there with you. You're just the only one in the room. And somebody is just in... Where is that my mirror? They take that mirror like this. Oh, you guys. Where's my mirror? They take that mirror like this, right? And they're looking at you. They're looking at you. You can't see them. With anger. They're not happy with you. There's something beautiful that you're doing that they detest. I got up 2 a.m. this morning. I was praying, and right after I fell asleep around 5, I felt something was pressing me. Evil eye is real. People will go through misfortune, sudden misfortune because of evil eye. The most apparent one for you to know is that one you just suddenly feel shivers down your skin. Or you're walking on the road and the road is free, and then you hit your toenail, boom, and you're like, "Aye, what is it? How didn't I see this stone around here?" You know? So there are different ways as well that you can know that you're under this form of attack. I wrote them down very quickly before I started so that I will not forget. One of it is nightmares. One of it is very, very, very terrible nightmares. You will start to have those very strange, you've never had them before, spiritual warfare dreams. That's what I always call them. Deborah says this is very true. Yes, my darling. Evil eyes is probably around. Are people wanting to join my live? Some people are. evil eyes is probably around. Nightmares. The second one, and I wrote I made them very brief because I didn't want to like drag this topic. I just wanted to educate my tribe. You have sudden fear. Nothing is happening, especially at night. Maybe you have kids, you have family and all that around, and they're in their rooms and everything, and you're in your own room, and you just have this sudden fear around you. All of a sudden, nothing is happening to you. You're not thinking about anything, but sudden fear just grabs you. You're so afraid all of a sudden, especially at night when it's dark. Sudden fear, just for no cause. That's another sign that you might be having evil eyes, evil attacks around you. Another one is you're on your own by yourself and you feel it in your spirit that there's somebody else right there with you. A lot of people have said this to me times without number when they come for recommendations. They are on their own. Afternoon, morning, this one is not even like time zone specific. Morning, afternoon, night, you're by yourself. There's nobody there. Your kids are not there. Your husband is not there. Your wife is not there. Your friends are not there. You're by, and you can feel it heavily. You can't even turn because now you're scared. You can feel it that there's somebody right there with you. Has this happened to any of you before? As this happens, you're by yourself in a room, in a parlor, wherever it is, and you can feel the presence of somebody there with you. My darling, evil eyes is looking around. Another one is you feel very uneasy. It has happened to you, yes. That one is very common when you have evil eyes. It's very common. There's nobody there. Absolutely no. In fact, the room is empty and you can feel somebody's presence so strongly. You can feel company. You can feel that you have company. Somebody says it has happened to her before as well. Somebody put it in the question. Yes, it's very common. It's not to be taken for granted. It is evil eyes. Another one is when you're at a gathering, whether big gathering, small gathering, party, meeting, whatever it is, you feel you're not yourself. You have this feeling of uneasiness all around you. You're not, maybe while people are dancing, you're not in the mood to dance. Everything doesn't just seem right to you in that gathering. Everything doesn't seem right to you in that gathering. You're supposed to be enjoying, having fun in that gathering, but for some reason, everything doesn't seem right to you. There's probably evil eyes around you. Another one is constant yawning. You're not tired. You've had enough sleep. Tiredness is not anywhere. Your body is, but you are yawning. You just notice that throughout the day, you're yawning constantly, and you're asking yourself, why have I been yawning since morning? Why am I yawning? I'm not tired. I'm strong. I'm not ill. Why am I yawning? It's one of the signs as well. Another one is sudden illness. Okay, sudden illness. And so these are the few ones that I just quickly put down when I thought, let me come and do this live video. My people need to know. Okay, we need to teach more. It is my responsibility to teach, and I'm still a student in this whole spirituality thing. I'm still learning myself. I have teachers who are way above me, but God has given me the strength with the knowledge that I know and that I'm constantly learning to bring it to you guys. So you might want to share your experiences as well from what I have mentioned. Or my baby, she said it happens to her all the time. From all of the things that I have mentioned, do you feel that you felt these things around you before? Have you been at a gathering and you feel very uneasy? You're not yourself. You're supposed to be drinking, dancing, having fun. And for some reason that you cannot even comprehend, you can't do it. You're in a room all by yourself, in a house all by yourself. And you're constantly going to the door to say, who is there? Who is there? Nobody knocked. Another thing is just hearing your name as well. For no reason, you just hear your name. Who is calling you? Nobody called you. And maybe somebody is on the other, like 2 stories above you. You pick up your phone and, did you call me? No, I didn't call you. But you heard your name very clearly. Somebody shouted Amaka. Somebody shouted Deborah. You heard it. And you ran to go and check, and nobody called you. My sister. You're yawning. Just constantly yawning. Nothing has happened to you. You're not tired. You haven't done nothing to be to warrant. You're just, from morning to night, you're yawning. Evil eyes. So these are the things that you need to like. You need to be intuitive as well. What if you're always indoor doing nothing, but you're always tired? That's what I'm saying. Nothing is happening. You haven't worked or felt, if you work, like if you do stuff that should warrant tiredness, you would know. You would know. If you do stuff that should warrant sudden tiredness, you would know. So things like that, you shouldn't take it just for granted. Okay? And for a lot of people, a lot of women especially are very intuitive. What's this message? But what we do, if we don't want to bring in that, like we just ignore it. Start to note these things. These signs are the signs that you should not ignore. And how can you avoid all of this happening? How can you take steps to stop whatever evil plans the devil has, planned out? The thing about the people who do these things, or as you want to call them, the devil, the devil is not one person sitting down. There's not one angel sitting down there. There are people around us, okay? They plan things out. You see the way that we, and I say we because my community, we still have a lot of work to do. We're very, very nonchalant about our spiritual lives. The people who do evil, they're not nonchalant about it. They actually go all out. You guys don't even want to know. They take it step by step. They break it down. They finish work until they achieve their aim. If they are not stopped, they will. They don't sit, they don't sleep. 3 a.m., you will see them doing their work. 12 a.m., you will see they want to achieve that bad thing. If they don't see it, they will not be happy. Meanwhile, people who are supposed to be guarding are just there, lying down, taking everything for granted. It's not right. It's in the Bible. The devil is not sleeping. Sometimes sit up too and wake up. Wake up. Why are you sleeping? When the devil is not sleeping. Sometimes you have this intuition. You have it. It comes to you. And you just take it for granted. You just abandon it. Somebody says, how do I get your product? You can send us a DM, my darling, after the live video. You just abandon it. Sometimes you even have revelations. You still abandon it. Oh, they're talking crap. Girl, are you serious? Are you serious? So next time you sit down in a room and you feel the energy of somebody around you and there's absolutely nobody there with you, know that this is what it means. You are under evil eye attack. Next time when you sit down and you're not tired, you haven't done work, you haven't done anything, and you're yawning from morning till night, that's what it probably means. Next time when you're walking along the road and your leg, instead of you're going, or you know where you're going, you're not wearing heels, maybe you're even wearing flats or canvas or what's this beautiful one I like to wear every day, Crocs, very comfy, and you just almost fall, almost sleep, and you're like, what's that? Be very, very wary. Next time you're at a gathering and you feel very uneasy, you're not comfortable, you're supposed to be comfortable. This is a gathering that you know everybody there, it's family members and friends, and you're supposed to be vibing, but for some reason your body is not feeling it. Maybe there's evil eyes around. Okay? Next time when you hear your name suddenly and nobody has called you for no good reason, well, you need to go to work. And the reason that we have these signs as well is not for us to be scared. No, it is not for us to be scared. It's very good when these signs happen, when they come, because if they don't come, you would not know. And because the human nature is for us to wake up in the morning, go to our jobs, come back, sleep, maybe we pray, the prayer itself, we're not even serious. The energy, the forces that guide us, the angels that guide us, our guardian angels, start to tell us, you need to go to work. You need to go to work. You pick up your Psalm 23. You pick up your Archangel Protection Oil. You do your protection ritual. You do your protection spell. You do your protection ceremony. Don't take Psalm 23 for granted. Don't take Psalm 91 for granted. They're very powerful psalms. Don't take your white and black candle for granted. Maybe I'll do a proper video that I do a protection spell, how to do a protection spell for you guys, and put it on YouTube, because all this, how to do this, I don't want to be putting it here because I don't know I don't know if Instagram would love those videos, but YouTube is a more acceptable place to do such videos, and that's probably what has held me back for some time, because you really don't know what Instagram likes. But if I put it on YouTube, you guys can go and watch them. Don't take these things for granted. There is evil eyes, and they are all around. They must not be in your immediate environment. They might be far away in another continent, looking at you through a spiritual mirror. They might be right on social media. The way that you live your life very simply is not acceptable to them, without even knowing that maybe themselves, they eat food past you. But because you're happy, because you exude happiness, peace, and joy, instant annoyance, instant anger, instant evil eyes. And some people will not just look at you, be angry, and go. In fact, even the spirit of anger is very, very powerful on its own. They haven't gone to do any work against you. The spirit of anger on its own, of jealousy, it's a very powerful force. A very, very powerful force on its own. That's why they said, not be only people where they fly for night bewitch. You hear that saying all the time. When somebody just detests you for no reason, is jealous of you for no reason, it's called evil eyes. It has side effects, especially when there's a gang up, when it's a lot. Be very intuitive, know what to do and what not to do. Okay, I don't want to, like I said, you can see me sometimes I pick my words because I don't want to offend anybody, and I don't want to make it seem as if we're referring to a particular situation. This is not just me as a disclaimer saying and teaching my tribe what I've always taught my tribe. Okay, take your spiritual life seriously, my people. Don't be lukewarm about your spiritual lives, regardless of whatever you believe in. It is my duty. I have been given the assignment, and I will do my own part to teach you and to let you know that you need to take your spiritual life seriously. Okay? Okay. I think that's the end of tonight's live video, guys. If you have any questions, please ask me. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. My darling here says sometimes she feels as if someone is at her back, and she feels like she's under. Yes, it is evil eyes. If you feel like someone is behind you and there's nobody behind you, why are you feeling like somebody is behind you? You're walking on the road and someone, you need to be very careful. My darling here says everything you're saying here is a gospel truth. For the lack of knowledge, my people perish. Exactly. Exactly, my darling. Like I said, I'll always do my part to come here to educate. It is left to you to take it or take it. You don't have any options anymore, because what I want to see is see you grow. I want to see you grow in health and in wealth, in prosperity, in protection. There are some things that shouldn't happen. There are some things that shouldn't happen. There are some things that shouldn't happen, honestly. Okay? Okay, doc, guys. I think I've tried. It wasn't meant to be a very long one. I just wanted to give you guys those little points of mind so that you have the knowledge. Okay? And you keep it in mind. So if those things happen, you would know, oh, Lady D said this might be it. I need to go to work. And like I said, I would probably do a video teaching you how to do a protection spell, but it was going to be on YouTube, maybe. A simple one. There's so many types. But again, you can always contact us if you want to do a protection ritual, a protection ceremony. That is what we do. It's not just physical, it's spiritual, and it's time to... Exactly, my darling. It is time for you to wake up. Yes, I just remembered. The whole event of things didn't even make me kind of remember that we're in November again. Yes, we're in November, and our next full moon is on the 8th of November, guys. You guys know exactly what we do every full moon. This time around, we're going all out. We'll have only a few weeks to Christmas, to the end of the year. So if you know in your heart that you need to put down a petition, whatever it is, make sure you submit one. Okay? Full moon ceremony is on the 8th of November. It's not far off. If you know you need to put in a petition, please do. And just as a reminder, please pray over your children. They're going to school in the morning. Don't just rush. Oh, we are late. Wear your shoes. Go into the bath. Wear your dress. You need to pray over your children as they go to bed every night. Lay your hands upon them. Say a prayer for them. Lay beside them. I know you're busy. Lay beside them. Open the Bible. Even though they're fast asleep, say your Psalm 23. Lay your hands upon them. Put your protection oil upon them. Put it on their forehead. Anoint them as they go to school. Pray for them. Pray for them. Pray for them. Please. One thing about my lovely our children out here is they're so beautiful, they're so innocent, and all of their glory, all of their good fortune is still intact. Yeah. When a baby is born, the baby is born with all its good glory, the good fortune. Nothing has been tampered with, because that child has not come and start involving in things of the world, you know. He has not come to start putting hands inside where he's not supposed to put hands. He has not entered anywhere. So all that beautiful star is still shining. Nothing has reduced. Nothing has been taken away. People can see it. People can see. This one is going to become so and so. Before the king became a king, he was already a king from birth. People can see. So, as much as possible, they need protection. We all need protection. But our children, so as you're doing all this work for yourself, please don't forget your children. No. Don't forget your children. Please, don't forget your babies, your investments, your everything. Don't forget them. Don't forget them. Okay? There's just a few people here who do spiritual work for their kids. You need to do more spiritual work for your children. They are the ones who are going to carry on the generational wealth that you're trying to build. They are the ones who's going to carry on the generational wealth that you're trying to build. Someone says, please talk about relationship. What do you want me to say about relationship, my darling? Do you have a specific thing you want to talk about relationship? Yes, they're your precious jewels. They're your precious jewels. You've got 4 children. Wow. Fantastic. Congrats, my darling. They're your precious children. And you need to... Okay, my darling here says, what do we do to avert such misfortunes? Do spiritual work often. And you can also learn to do what we call a protection walk. Okay, I'm going to come and do a short video on it as well. Do spiritual work often, but you can do a protection work as well on your own personally. But you can do a spiritual protection work with a spiritual teacher, just like us. Okay, write down what it is you want in your petition, and we would carry it on. If you're having, I would advise that if you're having this attacks that I mentioned today, if you're just joining in, guys, I mentioned how to know you're under attack, how to know you're having evil eyes, and if you missed it, I would try and save this live video so you can go back and watch it. Okay, but if you have these things, 1, 2, 3 of them, then it's probably time to do a special work. It's probably time to see us behind the scenes. It's probably time to get into the DM, because you're not going to sit down there and wait till something breaks and scatters before you take matters into your hands. All right? Garlic is very beautiful, very powerful for spiritual work. Sea salt, amazing for warding off negative energies. Yes. There was something I was supposed to tell you guys to do beginning of the month, but you can actually do it anytime this period. If you have original cinnamon powder, original one. I was calling one of you to get me water because my mouth is dry. Can you please get me, please?
Okay.
Not cold, just a normal one. Cinnamon powder. You can do it within now and the 5th of November. It doesn't really matter. Some people do it first, but I did mine this morning because on the 1st I wasn't feeling it at all. So I just did it mine this morning. Get honey. Best bet if you have a spiritual one, but if you don't, you can get an original honey. Thank you, darling. What are you still doing up?
Trying to sleep.
Trying to sleep.
And my brother is just doing his computer.
You're still doing your computer by this time? Okay, go on then. Bye. Bye. Good night. You didn't bring cup for me. You didn't bring cup. Don't worry, I'll drink it like that. Bye. Right, what was I saying? Get original honey. Get your original cinnamon powder. And go out of your door. Out of your main door. Early in the morning. Before you eat food or anything, put the honey in your mouth. Because honey is a sweetener. Okay, whatever you say, stands. And put the original cinnamon powder on your palm. Right? Say your prayers. What you want for yourself in that month. Especially right now in the month of November. There's a lot of things going on. What you want for yourself. What you want for your family. What you want to come into your home. Your honey is already in your mouth, in your tongue, and your powder is in your palm. Original one, please. Okay? And you pray, you say your intentions. Favor will come into this home this month. Money will come into this home. Abundance. I am protected. This family is protected from all harm. Cinnamon is a very powerful herb for good luck and inviting all of the things that you desire. Honey is a sweetener. Whatever you say with honey, by the power of God, stands. And then you say your intentions, whatever it is that you're intending. You're grateful for them. And your honey is still in your mouth. You blow your cinnamon towards your door. Okay? You open your main door. You come out of your main door. You stand outside and you blow your cinnamon inside. Let it go. As you're blowing it, do like that. Blow it into your door. You've talked and said your intentions. You've talked and said your intentions, and you're blowing it. Cinnamon is cinnamon. You know, you can use it for cooking. I don't think there is anyone that is, you know, you can use it. I know there is one that is there's one that is it's toxic. It's not edible. Not that one. Not that one. This one is a grounded one. You can buy the one that stays. Oh, where are my herbs? I wish I. Ibio. My son has gone. I would have told him to get me one. So if you don't know what the herb I'm talking about, Vic, they can't hear me. They're far away. But anyway, just get your cinnamon. And if you have the whole cinnamon, you can grind it yourself. Okay, make it grinded so that it's easier to kind of blow into your home. Make sure you put that honey in your mouth before you do it. Say your intentions before you blow it at all. Stay there 5-10 minutes, as long as you want. And then make sure that the powder goes from outside into your home. All right? Directly into your home. Do that for the new month. Just do that for the new month. It's very, very important. I did mine. Was it this morning or yesterday? I didn't do it on the 1st because the energy on the 1st wasn't right. I did it today, this morning. Very, 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 very early. And yes, that's it. That's it, guys. I can't remember what else I wanted to tell you guys about. Yes, so make sure you take your spiritual life seriously. Book for your special works, your spiritual works. Don't take it for granted. Pray upon your children when they go out, when they sleep, whether they are still little, whether they are older, they are still your children. My prayer for you is that you would not lay your kids 6 feet below. My prayer for you today is that your children will make you proud. You will see them to the level that you need to see them to. And they would eventually all make you proud. May all those who have lost be blessed back in multiple folds, be restored back in multiple folds. But please take your spiritual life seriously, guys. It's very important. Before we go, I'd like to do our Archangel protection prayer. Archangel protection prayer. And right here it says, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl through the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. So I bless you guys with the Archangel protection prayer. May you be protected. May your families be protected from evil eyes, from attacks, from spiritual warfare, both in physical and the spiritual, on social media, wherever it is. May protection be upon your life. We're channeling the angel Michael tonight, the Archangel of protection, to go with each and every one of you. Protect you on every side from all harm, from all evil. Amen. Have an amazing night, guys. I love you all. Remain blessed. Bye-bye.